So I'm back and I'm going to show you pretty much every store I visited and the stock, as you can see here in this image. This is just a preview of many stores that I visited, and I'm just condensed it all into one video. And I did make a pickup, and it is within this bunch. Can you guess what that may be? In the meantime,
let's get started.
Hey there, welcome to GemIIToys. Here we are once again, and this time it's another toy hunting video. So for the last month, I've been going around on my bicycle, checking out various stores, including the one you're seeing, which is the first one we're going to check out, Toy Sapiens. And I'm looking for a figure to add to my collection. But first, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future content like this. So as I mentioned, my favorite spot usually that I like to go figure hunting is Toy Sapiens. I do have many videos showing the store, but it does change quite frequently in terms of display of figures, so I like to show you guys. And the bottom floor has Marvel, so the first one that caught my attention in display is the Spider-Man figure that you're seeing on screen, the Tom Holland Far From Home. I think it's called Advanced Suit. Don't quote me on that, but I haven't watched a movie in a while. And here we have another one that caught my attention. Now this, keep in mind, this footage is, like I said, has been shot throughout the last month. So this figure, surprisingly, right after the announcement of the figure, like literally like 2 or 3 days later, they had this figure in stock, and I was very surprised. It's obviously not doing too well. I have been there since, and it's still in stock, and I can understand why. It's kind of a boring figure. I mean, the head sculpt looks great. It's the Mark 50 head sculpt with different slight paint application. I do like the Mark 50 damaged helmet. That piece does look cool. I'd like to have that, but yeah, the team suit doesn't do a whole lot for me. I'll be honest, I'm taking this video because I'm intrigued by the figure, but not enough to pull the trigger. So once again, I love the head sculpt. The Mark 50 head sculpt is just really solid, and I'm looking forward to the Mark 85 replacement head sculpt that kind of looks like this one. The hair looks different, but very, very similar, so I'll be happy with that. Now on the second floor, going up the stairs, once again, if you want to see a full tour, I do have that. I'll link it up. But on the second floor, you do have Star Wars as well as DC. So here you see some Star Wars figures. Grogu, I did check his chin, see if there was any tear, but no, there wasn't. So of course, of the ones in display, this definitely gets my attention. It's a video game I haven't really played. I played a little bit, definitely not enough to know at what point you can play wearing this suit, but it looks nice. It's a very different and unique looking Batman, that's for sure. So definitely got my attention, something to consider. And speaking of that, I was surprised to see this guy. I do have the OG Mando, so I think this guy would go very well paired up with him. But again, I'm not totally convinced. It looks very, very delicate. I know it does have some die cast, but I don't know, it just seems delicate and flimsy. I do like the character. Some of the best scenes of season 1 were definitely with this guy in them, so that's why I'm honestly in this store. This is the figure I'm considering the most at this point. I do like it, and really tall too. I was surprised that, whoa, he's a tower. Now my second favorite store, I should say, is Mandarake. If you've been watching my channel, you do know probably that I go here, or come here I should say, frequently. So I did shoot this with the GoPro, so this is why you have the fisheye lens look. I basically went around for for the last month, like I was saying, to various stores here and there on different days, and whatever I had with me, if I had the GoPro, I'd shoot it with the GoPro. Usually I have my cell phone, so I would shoot it with the cell phone. So you're gonna see a combination, but wanted to share everything I got to view in terms of Hot Toy figures and a little more. I'm not only showing Hot Toys, you're gonna see some other stuff. There's the Sideshow Grogu. That is something, that's why I'm kind of stalling there. It's something I would consider as well. I do like that Sideshow Grogu. So speaking of other stuff, a lot of you guys request me to show some Marvel Legends and SH figure arts. So if I see some of that stuff, I'll definitely show it. On this video, I'm really focusing mostly on Hot Toys because that's what I'm looking for. I would like to add one to my collection, and my birthday just passed, so it makes a nice gift to me. Hey, feeling like a child on your birthday is a good thing. So here's actually another day. It's the same shelf you saw before, maybe a couple weeks later. I'm not sure. I didn't really keep track. I just kind of went nuts, as I mentioned, shooting anytime I would go to a store, and I just compiled all the footage together for you guys to see. That's actually a good... Is that the... Oh, no, that's not a good Black Widow figure. I was going to say... That one is good. That Hawkeye, however, I know is good, but Age of Ultron, Black Widow, no. Civil War, on the other hand, that's good. So, yeah, nothing too much. If something catches my eye and I'm considering buying it, it's kind of what I'm gonna talk about. I did shoot, I think, all of this footage in 60 frames per second, so if you're curious about the price, hopefully this 4K 60 frames per second, you can see what the figures are going for. So that Mark 6, I know we saw that a little bit ago, but that Mark 6 is definitely a figure. But it's a $700 figure, a solid $700 figure as of now, but if Hot Toys reissues it, then it's not gonna be. So, oh, there's Grogu again. Yeah, like I said, it was a different day. So yeah, that's definitely something that it's different, and I like him, except for the fact that he's looking up. I do like it. I probably mod to articulate him. I've seen some people do that, and they do a really good job. Oh yeah, this caught my eye when Princess Leia was dressed. I'm not sure what that suit has. Does that have a name? Oh yeah, and this Boba Fett, of course. Anything Boba Fett now catches my eye. But yeah, Leia with the thermal detonator. And again, like I was saying, the Mark 6 is just a fantastic piece, and I'm very content with my Mark 85. However, the Mark 6 is just something I've always wanted to have in diecast. I have had it in plastic before. And a Wolverine figure. Right now, 2 characters I miss in my collection. Oh yeah, this definitely caught my eye. I'm a big sucker for Neo Geo stuff, the video games of SNK and that character. I've always liked the character of Mai Shiranui, so that's why that caught my eye. Here I'm going again, and it's pretty cheap, less than 80 bucks. Anyways, it's recyclable shop time. This is my third favorite. This is a chain of shops, so I'm showing you the entrance of this one, and this section represents several visits to different ones of the same chain. So this was shot with the GoPro. Just kind of showing you a little bit around. And here we have some Hot Toys in display. There's something I do like about this shop in particular, the fact that they do display them. So you can, you get a chance to enjoy seeing the figure, and if you really like it, of course, purchase it. I mean, speaking of here, oh yeah, I used to have this figure, the BVS Dawn of Justice Batman, and I'm really thinking about getting him back. I don't know, it's one of those figures that I regret selling in the past, as well as BVS Superman. I just really like Dawn of Justice. But like I was saying, it's great that they have these figures in display, and the staff at these stores are really cool about, grabbing the figure for you, and you can give it a thorough check to see if there's any damage, or maybe you just don't like it. Sometimes they have it in the box, you want to take a look at it, and that's really great. I usually only do it when I'm really interested in a figure. I don't want to waste their time. I used to be a car salesman, and people used to waste my time a lot with demo drives, so I know the feeling. So now, oh yeah, this is the same shop. This is the Mark III, and yeah, that's the same shop. They did have that Mark III, which is another figure I really, really like. I used to have the plastic version. It was actually my very first Hot Toy. Oh, and here's the Batmobile. Well, this is really the Tumbler. But I did get the 1989 Keaton Batmobile, so I'm content when it comes to vehicles, that's for sure. I do have a review on that on the channel if you want to check it out. Here we have, I believe these are are these SH Figuarts? I'm not sure. I don't collect them, so sorry if I'm screwing that up. But I'm taking this footage for you guys to see. I've had a lot of requests for these type of figures in the past, so definitely wanted to not make it only and exclusively Hot Toys. Here we have some Transformers. I did really like Transformers when I was a kid. I've mentioned it before, and yeah, I could definitely see myself getting an Optimus Prime. I would like the classic one, like the one we played with when we were kids. So here's another. I think this is a different shop, and they had these two pieces. This is, I don't know what to think of this. I'm not sure what company makes this. It's not a Hot Toy, that's for sure, but it's about, I think it's 1/6 scale. It seemed like the same, it seemed like it was the same size as a Hot Toy, but yeah, not 1989 Keaton Batman with an interesting look on his face. It's not too bad looking though. And they had some Predators here. I'm content with my one and only Predator. I have the classic Predator. I've had that figure pretty much since I started collecting. This is the actual classic Predator from the first, I believe. Looks like him, yeah, because it does have the short, it looks like hair, but it's not. I know, but it looks like he's got those what you call them, but looks like his hair, and it's supposed to be longer, and the classic Predator fixed that, so that's why I chose the classic Predator from, I think it's from the movie Predators, but it's basically the same one, and that represents my one and only I want to say the one and only Predator movie I like, which is the very first one. Part 2 was interesting, but I don't know, nothing like part 1. Part 2 was okay, I guess. After that, nothing that I really liked. And here we have actually Doctor Strange. I used to have this figure. I did move him on. And Cap, I almost bought that Infinity War Cap at one point, but I'm content now with my Endgame version. And Doctor Strange is, you know, what is that, like 230, 40 bucks, something like that. It's a very good price. So I really did like that figure, but back in the day, you know, when I started collecting, I would get some loose figures, and I got them loose, which is why I sold them. Now here I have a chance to get them fully accessorized in the box, so something to consider. And that store isn't too far from me. Here's another one. I was kind of surprised to see this bank robber Joker. That got my attention, and I'm not sure what this is. Nonetheless, here's another shop. Like I said, these are all the same chain. They're called Treasure Bomb. It's like a recycle shop, and they always have hot toys. I want to say 90% of the time. That looks like a classic Transformer. Yeah. Oh, I remember this shop. Yeah. So this is from the movie. What was it, from Predator? Alien vs. Predator? Yeah, that's right. Alien vs. Predator. I haven't seen the movie, honestly, so I don't know what's the deal with this character. Interesting. Kind of interesting looking. And this character, Machiko, sounds like Japanese. I don't know. She-Predator? Alien vs. Predator. If I saw the movie, I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe it's just not memorable. No, I don't think I saw it, no. And I did see this movie, The Long Ranger. I thought it was all right on my book. You know, the name of the character is Tonto, which in Spanish it means dumb. I don't know what the deal with that is, but nonetheless, this figure is a great looking figure. And I have seen this figure really, really cheap. Well under $100, within the $80 range, even unopened. It's crazy. I don't know why there's no love for the figure. Maybe there's not that much love for the film. Me personally, I'm very neutral about it. I already have Jack Sparrow, the latest release of Jack Sparrow. So Johnny Depp figures are covered for me. Here you have Grogu, the Mattel Grogu. And here we have Darth Vader. Just, what is he doing? He's knocking Luke Skywalker in the head with the lightsaber. Interesting pose. But that's a very epic fight. But I don't recall Darth Vader knocking Luke on the head like that. And what are these? Maybe something you enjoy looking at? Lego? What is that? Ninja Go from Ninja Turtles. No, it wasn't that. But yeah, a lot of this stuff I'm just showing you guys. Batman stuff always gets my attention, so therefore that's why, of course, Keaton Batman. It's pretty great. It's such great child memories. So here's another one. We saw there the Avengers Mark 7, and here is the Mark 5 plastic. It's not bad for a plastic figure. I know the die-cast, of course, is much better, but nice to see. A lot of these pieces, I'm always happy to see a piece that I haven't seen before. And luckily here in Japan, between Toy Sapiens and these shops, I've gotten to see a lot of pieces. And yeah, this Bruce Lee, I think I was speaking about that before. There's two characters. Yeah, I I didn't mean to say that. 2 characters I would like to put back in my collection that I had at some point. One is that Bruce Lee, probably that Bruce Lee. I think it's the best Bruce Lee. There's some Interbay good ones out there, but Bruce Lee and Wolverine are 2 characters that need to go back in my collection at some point. So I do miss those 2 characters, and I've had several figures of both, but for some reason I never had this one though, of Bruce Lee. I'd probably hang on to this version if I decide to get them, but not today, not yet at least. I just really want to feel the pull. So here's some other stuff. Marvel toys, Funko Pops, not into those. Dusty Deadpool, yeah. Toy store exclusive. And that Loki, I'm looking forward to the new Loki. We saw there Stan Lee, and here, as I was mentioning, Loki. This figure still looks good. Yeah. When I went to Toy Sapiens, I think it was in December or November last year, and saw the prototype of the new Loki. It looks better, of course, but I wouldn't say it's, you know, an amazing, absolutely amazing upgrade. No, especially the helmet. I don't know, the helmet on that one looks a little weird on the prototype. This one kind of looked maybe better, so they might fix that though. But I'm looking forward to the, especially now with Loki. I haven't seen the first episode yet, but I've been hearing it's really good. So, oh, speaking of Wolverines, you know, I think that Wolverine, that's the, yeah, that Wolverine figure you saw. I used to have that figure in the box. I don't remember being like that, and I know there's fakes out there. So beware of the fakes of the Hot Toy Wolverine from the Wolverine movie, the one where he's wearing the leather brown jacket. There is fakes out there, so that box to me looked like it was a fake. Oh, Gremlins, good memories. So yeah, like I was saying, I probably, with Loki, I'll probably get a little hyped up and look forward to getting that figure. The Japan exclusive would be nice with extra, with a container that you can put the scepter in it. That would be sweet. So yeah, I think Loki would go well with Thanos and Thor on the top of the shelf. Oh, Cara Dune, yeah. Wonder if we'll ever see a Hot Toys version. So that Harley Quinn figure has been there forever. I remember coming to this shop a year ago, and definitely that figure was there. Ninja Turtles. I'm always happy to see Ninja Turtle stuff. So yeah, this is their DC section, and I think that lightsaber is the one that you can detach the hilt, and that's the one I really want, but it's so expensive. So I do want one of those lightsabers at some point. I used to have one years ago, you know, like 10 years ago maybe, when they first came out. Here I'm showing you some video game stuff. I thought, why not add some variety to the video? And I do still like video games, even though I don't collect them anymore. But I mean, I don't know, everything's gone digital, so I don't know if collecting video games is even a thing anymore. I know retro collecting, sure. Oh yeah, and speaking of video games, Street Fighter is such great memories, and I think those are SH figure arts. Very tempting actually, because that Blanca and Vega look good, and as well as Akuma Goki here in Japan. Yeah, Dragon Quest. I like Dragon Quest too. So here it looks like, what is that? We saw some DC and Marvel. So hopefully you are enjoying, I was going to say enjoying your day or night, wherever you are watching this video. And here's some Hot Toys. This is a very cheap piece, but here I think it's even cheaper. Real cheap piece, but still Electro, no. Definitely not something I'm interested in. This guy, also very affordable. Yeah. But no, don't really want to. Keep in mind always, for me, space is an issue, and as cool as this guy looks, he's pretty big. But I do like, I did like this character in Age of Ultron. So yeah, if I were to add Ultron to my collection, this would be, I think it's called the Mark II Ultron. Don't remember exactly, but I do like the look. And it was the first time I ever saw this, and it looks cool. I like it. And speaking of Age of Ultron, here we have, yeah, I've never been so, yeah, I've never been so into Vision, either though, and yeah, I don't want to even get into WandaVision. Didn't really do much for me. I was expecting to be a little more moved by it, I guess you would say. It was alright, but yeah, don't want to add yet, as of yet, any of those pieces. Spider-Man I already have. Well, Tom Holland, yeah, I have the Iron Spider, but the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is good enough for me. So the Amazing Spider-Man, not this here. Let me speak about what we have on screen, which is Iron Man 3. Oh, I think that's the one they're reissuing in 1/4 scale. I think it's the same suit. Interesting. I'm not that, I love Iron Man, don't get me wrong. That's what I started collecting with, Iron Man, and what really got me deep into collecting was the 1989 Batman. So yeah, I love those two very much, but I'm content with, you know, 1 or 2 Iron Man figures. I don't need many multiples, so I choose what my absolute favorites. These, by the way, these Transformer figures are amazing. That Bumblebee looks great. Yeah. Megatron, is it called Megatron? I think it's Megatron, yeah. Oh gosh, can't remember. It's been a little while. On here we had, it's not a Hot Toys Armory, but it looks pretty good. It's pretty cheap. It's a little smaller. It didn't look like it's exactly the same scale as the Hot Toy, even though I think it's supposed to be. Because, and the way to tell is it's right next to the actual DX12, which I have in my collection. Really like this figure. I believe this one was loose. Most of these figures do have a box. The boxes, I saw them, they were stacked on top of the shelf. So good deals. I mean, I thought these didn't have the box, but then I saw the boxes on top. It's like, wow, those are some pretty good deals. It's just too bad I don't have the space to add some of these guys. So that's why I'm so picky and choosy, especially at this point. I've been collecting for 4 years, and you know, I really choose my battles wisely. I want to say, I don't know, I guess to call it somehow. They had that lightsaber. Yeah, tempting, but it was in poor condition. And this guy was loose. It was just one of the 2-pack, and this is the non-battle damage version, and definitely tempting because I do have ESP Vader, and with that diorama base he comes with, that's a great piece to go with him. So that is tempting, that's for sure. Yeah. The I Am Your Father Luke scene. This is a sideshow piece. I believe it's Return of the Jedi sideshow, because he does come with the one head sculpt, and I did see the stuff back there, and this was a big surprise, but not so much because this guy is being reissued by sideshow. So surprised, but not so surprised, because now people are panicking. Oh, he's not going to have any value anymore, so let's move him on. So here he is at a recycle shop, General Grievous. Grievous, am I saying that right? I've never seen this figure. I gotta say, it's an impressive piece. The detail is, of course, not at the level of Hot Toys. And I know it's been quite a few years. It did have some nice weathering detail, but it still looked a little plasticky to me, especially in those white parts. And the eyes I don't think the eyes even had any gloss. I was really looking at it. But it is a nice piece. Indeed, it's a nice piece, and I can see why people want to get them. If I were to get them, I would get the reissue version, which I'm sure will be upgraded. And there you saw some more Marvel figures. Oh yeah, I came back to this. I was gonna say Deja Vu. Is it like the same shop? Yeah, I came back to see if this guy was still here. And yeah, they still have them, and they had some other figures in display. So that's why, if you're feeling deja vu like me, yes, we've been to this shop. This just on a different day, and it's like maybe 2 weeks later, something like that. I wanted to see if the BVS Batman's still there, and then they had those in display there on the bottom, Spider-Man and a couple Iron Mans. So on my journey, I did find this shop, a very impressive shop. I've never been to this shop before. It was just by chance I saw it. So let's check it out. And the place is massive. I mean, here I'm just kind of panning around just to give you an idea of how big this place is. It's got like 2 floors. It's just full of stuff. Video games on the bottom. All kinds of figures and plushies. All kinds of stuff. Gundams and paint, so you can paint your stuff. Very, very impressive shop. Really nice to look at, and they did have some Hot Toys as well as the figures I'm showing you here. So yeah, this place is overpriced. It's not like, well, it's not like those. My favorite places to go in terms of used goods, I want to call it, is Mandarake as well as Treasure Bomb. That is only in the state where I live, which is called Aichi Prefecture. It's a prefecture. So here we saw there's Spider-Man. Oh yeah, and they did have that, didn't they? Whiplash. And here, these are recent figures, but they're overpriced. I mean, by overpriced, I mean pretty much retail price, which from Toy Sapiens is overpriced in comparison to the US. Here in Japan, the best, what I found is you really get good deals on pre-owned figures, but not so good unless you pre-order, and you get, I think it's a 50% discount, which I did one time, but I don't really pre-order anymore. So yeah, no, I'm good getting them used, or sometimes if I really want to figure out, I'll just buy it for retail at Toy Sapiens. If I got the money burning in my pocket, perhaps. Oh yeah, and this is Book Off. So I went to Book Off, and definitely this guy, he's been sitting here for a long time, Dark Side Anakin, and so far that's the figure that I feel I desire most in terms of adding to my collection. There's Doctor Strange again, and the Mark III. Those keep showing up, and I do like those pieces. And then this is like maybe a couple weeks later, they had them. You could grab the box. So I thought, well, if I can grab the box, and they gave me a discount, you know, it was like, I don't know, like 30, 40 bucks cheaper. I gotta have them, so I bought them, and thank you, Mom, for the gift. So with that said, here's a little preview of what I got coming next. Yeah, I'm going to show you the customization process of this guy. So stay tuned to the channel, and like I was saying, subscribe, like, and comment, enjoy the path of collecting, and I will catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.